it's your girl Elizabeth, and I'm here hosting the Women's Industry Takeover event. It is Women's History Month, and we are just making a whole opportunity for women in the arts and entertainment industry to come together, support one another, build each other's platforms up so that we can really just facilitate more of those opportunities within ourselves, strive to make more events like this in the future, and just promote all of our brands and the industry that we're really focused on.
Because we have a mission in mind. As many of you know, I started a group chat a while back, and a lot of you might have been in that. Some of you may not know me. My name is Elizabeth. For those of you who don't, I'm an artist and an actress, and I got some really great help today. My girl Mar and Devin have been a huge help. You're going to hear from Toy Hardy in just a second, just to inspire you a little. Really, we wanted to just have a little intimate gathering at this beautiful house because we do have the same goal in mind. A lot of us are artists, entrepreneurs, industry executives, business owners, managers, actors, a lot of talent and a lot of skill set in this room. And needless to say, we're not defined by our beauty, but we're also a lot of beautiful women. And I love that. That's a gift. So I love who's here. Some of you may know each other, some of you may not. But if you don't take anything from here today, outside of connections, I really just want to kind of shift your mentality a little bit as women in the industry. So for me, I started struggling and challenging myself to make more connections with women because when I first moved out here about a year and a half ago from Texas, I started to realize this is a male-dominated industry. And that's hard because we're women. And we have not had the best track history with, women's rights, with empowerment. It's Women's History Month, It was Women's Day a couple of weeks ago, and I think it's just great timing for us to get together. I think these things are important since we do have the same goal in mind. So when I got out here, I started seeing how heavily male-dominated it was, and I found myself in situations that some of you might have, where you feel overlooked by men, or you feel exploited, or you fear that if you haven't endured that, right? I see a lot of heads shaking because I have about 1 in a million, women, can say the same. Everybody in this group can probably say that they've dealt with something like that. And when I was reaching out and having these conversations with my friends, my girlfriends in the industry and the girls in the chat, and you lovely ladies, I was hearing that you had similar stories. And then I got some feedback, we do need to uplift each other, we do need to make more connections. And I was like, well, why aren't we doing that? We're all saying that. We're all having the same struggle. We're all nodding our head. Yes, we face these challenges. Yes, it's a male-dominated industry. Yes, we want to be girl bosses. And what I want to do today is facilitate more of that. I want to encourage us. So that's what I mean by the mentality change that I'm hoping you guys leave with, if nothing less than the great drinks.
Yes.
And the great you and the great vibes that you all brought. So I'm grateful for that. But one of the most important things that I think I'm learning, still learning, and have heard other women learn is that to really have more resources as a woman in this industry, you have to first be a resource. And I can say that the women that I know in this room that are leaders, some of you probably are leaders as well. I just don't know you personally. But some of these women are more than that. They've been resources to me. I'm very grateful for them.
We love you.
You know who you are. And I really just want to encourage more of that. So we're going to hear from some ladies. I really want you guys to do more of these events, bigger events, but this is focused because I have had conversations with some of you, and some of you are friends of the people I've had conversations with. Hey, how are you? So what we're going to do is have more conversations moving forward, more group chats, more events, more, hey, I need to get this content, come over. Hey, I'm doing this show, I need to put you in it. Hey, my brand is doing this, I need some models. We can do that. We can staff ourselves. Hey, I need a DJ for this event. Cool, I know a girl. Now I know a guy. I know a girl. I know a woman. I know a boss. So that's what we can all do it. We're all talented. We have the influence. We have the following. A lot of us do, right? And if we don't, we have the brain power. We have the skill set. We have the drive and the passion. And we're really unstoppable when you think about that. So what I want you guys to remember is to empower one another because you can't do it yourself. This is not dog eat dog. You understand? Competition is great and motivates you, it drives you, but you cannot make it to the top driving other women down. Not pointing any fingers, not saying I do it, I don't, other women do, others don't. But I'm a woman, I know how we can be, and I want to encourage us to constantly evolve and be better and encourage other women to be better and to help us out. You cannot do it alone, guys.
Yeah.
So we're going to hear from my beautiful, talented, lovely boss friend, Toy Hardy. She's in the Washington Post. She's advised and assisted many Fortune 500 companies, the world's biggest celebrities and marketing strategies. Guys, I've seen her in action. She kills everything. She's doing everything on her own. I love this woman. This woman is an inspiration. I want you guys to hear from her.
Let's go, Toy!
Okay, so this is so sweet. I love that we're doing this because I think if anyone knows me, I'm all about girls getting together and doing their thing, right? And not backstabbing, not, even going in a room and saying anything bad about another woman. Like, if I walk in a room and I have time to talk bad about people, I'm not doing my job. I like to go to a room and network. Hey, I'm so-and-so. By the time I leave a room, people are like, does she work here? Cause she, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to come up and make a network for your friends and open some doors. So I like to do that. So I'm loving that Elizabeth is doing all these events, women empowering. That's so inspiring. And I think we can all get busy with our goals and forget to do stuff and show appreciation to people and be like, damn, just worried about our own lives. So, some of my accomplishments, I work with Drake, I work with a lot of people helping them staff, do marketing. I went to the University of Minnesota, bachelor's in marketing and psychology. I feel like it moved fast for me because I was helping people grow their brand, which was helping them feel like they're growing. And that makes you go so much further when someone really believes that you're helping them grow with your whole heart. So I love that I kind of chose that. And then psychology, because I wanted to understand why some people were successful, why some people weren't, why some people would never be a good friend or a good parent in your life. Sometimes you take the way that people treat you personally. And we're women. We get treated a certain way, right? But to be a woman, to be an ethnic woman, to be educated, to be poor and then come successful, that actually puts you in the top 10% of people in the whole world.
Amen.
To make 6 figures a year puts you in the top 10%. To be a woman puts you in the top 7%. To be educated and not addicted to drugs or in jail or have all of this stuff, then it puts you at the top. So we forget how special we actually are by not being around people that remind us. So this is super duper important. And sometimes, I forgot myself, right? I'm like, I didn't accomplish what I wanted to. I'm not making what I want to. I didn't hit these goals. And it's like, look how special you really are. Look how far you guys have came. So I'm happy that we can be in this room and not forget. So I'm from Detroit originally, and I grew up there with no parents. So I went from home to home. I had to take care of my parents. I walked past dead bodies on the way to school. I had to have drug dealers or pimps who were my family. They never did anything to me, but they believed in me. They're like, you're gonna be something. So they would drop me off at school, and I'd get out of the car and smell like weed. But I started college at 16 because my community believed in me back then. You know what I mean? So I know how important it is to have community and be a voice and to tell people you can do it. And at the end of the day, even Instagram bullying, online YouTube bullying, being trolls for what? Who in the hell wakes up in the morning and ruins somebody else's day? We know as women how uncomfortable it is to be called something, to be told we're supposed to be a certain type of way. And the girl, the beauty pageant queen that jumped off the roof.
Oh my God.
She was at one of the shows in Vegas, and I was only able to say hi to her and whatever in passing, but it's sad. What point was she pushed to? You know what I'm saying? And knowing that we could either push somebody to that point or bring somebody from that point. Right. So one of I'm just gonna give you 5 things that I want you guys to take from this. And one was, don't forget how special you guys are and that you're in the top %. And with your goals, when you're hitting those goals and you're making 6 figures a year, you look how special you are. People should talk to you a certain way when you love yourself. People should treat you a way. Men get to do it, right? I'm a man. I get to, I want my respect. So, in minority-owned businesses, being a woman or being ethnic is the fastest-growing business ownership right now ever. So I love that there's this mentality out there, and we can't let that stop. So, you know, walking in faith and love and honor and peace and purpose. Doing that, I always say, normally I shorten it and I say walk in love and honor. My Nana told me, sometimes the only God that people see is what you show them.
Yes.
And God is love.
Yes. Wow.
So we have to walk around in love. When we're in the room and we just put in a little bit of effort and we help somebody and we compliment them and we're walking in love, that goes so far. And then walking around in honor. We are women who, the producer's couch, right? And the Me Too movement. And we all do whatever we feel like doing. There's no judgment, no shame or whatever, but we shouldn't have to. You know what I'm saying? So walking in honor and saying, you know what, you know who I am my values, I'm not doing this. You know, and I've worked hard enough and I have the talent to where I can walk out the room. But what's gonna happen is when that door closes, everyone's gonna be like, that's that girl that's always helping out, that's always positive, that's always working on herself. I have a seat at my table for her. You know, so make sure you guys are doing that on purpose. And at the end of the day, we're created in the image of something. And even our periods start to link up and sync up. Even when we're walking in the same order. When we're walking in the same order, we'll start walking at the same pace and looking out for each other because we're meant to sync up. Which means we all have a purpose and we're all a part of ourselves. We have to love ourselves enough to, even when it gets tough, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry after a breakup. It's okay to be sad when you did something that you didn't want to do and have regrets. It's okay to be proud of your accomplishments out loud. All of that stuff is okay, and we have to be friends that can touch another friend and say, it's okay to be sad right now. Oh, this girl crazy, she met, no. It's normal to be mad when I put in a situation. Give that to yourself. You're a normal person, dealing with a lot more than the average person ever will have to. So allow that in your own life and that acceptance. It's okay to be sad right now. Take a couple days off for you and work on yourself, but don't forget how special you are. You know, so I want you guys to take that self-love and ask yourself literally every week, you have to do this. If I love myself, would this be my choice? Would this be my man if I love myself?
Wow.
Cheating on me, doing all this, would this be my man? Would this be my friend? Backstabbing me, stealing from me, all of my man face, if I loved me?
Come on.
Would I eat this retarded food?
Oh my God.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? If I love me, what would I be doing? So when I changed my life, I was in the abusive relationship after being abused by that's why I wasn't with my parents, because they were abusive. Mentally, physically, everything. Then I got out of that and I got into an abusive marriage. I've actually been abused more days of my life than I haven't. You know, so learning how to love myself, and I had to look in the mirror one day and say, if I love me, would this be my life? And when I looked in the mirror and I had to admit people that love themselves gone through this, I had to start working on loving myself. And that's when I drew the line. Sorry, my fee is my fee. My fee is not based on what you can afford, it's based on my college degree.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So walking in love, again, for yourself, it's inspired. I sit in meetings with 45-year-old millionaires and I tell them, as per my last email. Okay? Other women at the time, they be like, I can't believe you owning your son. I was like, they do it. One time I wore slacks and a button up to here and there was no sexiness. I didn't even have armpits out. Look, I dressed just like the dudes. And they're walking, I'm literally bringing the most value to this meeting. I connected all of them. And as I'm walking, showing them the event space in slacks. The guy's like, you must have to get your pants tailored to fit that body. And then all the other guys.
Wow.
And it was just so awkward.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To like be put in that situation. But at the end of the day, that's what we're gonna have to deal with. You know, nobody said it was gonna be easy. You can't give up because it's hard. All you can do is walk in your love. You know what? You stupid. You're used to your privilege.
Of course.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this check. You know what I'm saying? And then in the next couple meetings, what we're gonna do is make sure that it's more of us and less of y'all. And then we're gonna be clear. So, yeah, let me see. Let me make sure I got. Oh, another thing is business plans. Make sure you guys are doing business plans. A business plan, a business idea, as soon as you write it down with a timeline, is now a map, and you can't fail. Take that with you. If somebody thinking about something for 2 years, is not going to accomplish what somebody did in 2 months working on their business plan, where they're hitting their weekly goals. Make sure you guys do that. Make sure you're budgeting. I remember when I first started making 6 figures, I was like, I'm the richest I ever been, but I'm still paycheck to paycheck. Why was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've actually, I have my nana budget, she's like, you know how much you spent on bills in the last 5 years? I'm like, don't tell me. About $500,000. Yeah, so, I mean, it's fun. But we gotta have assets, we gotta have all that stuff, and you do that by budgeting and business plan. So when you're hitting your marks, you know how much money coming in. Break it up into 4 pieces. If you have $100,000, $25,000 should be what you spend on your bills. $25,000 should be what you save. $25,000 should be your investment, and then you should have $25,000 in emergency or fund money. You know, we're easily a medical bill away from bankruptcy. But again, going back to the first part, walking in love and honor. If you're a person that is doing that constantly, even when you fall down, you will have a net that works, and they'll catch you. That's what a network is.
Okay.
We're allowed to fail because failure and being tired is a part of success. Allow yourself to rest. I got diagnosed with lupus about 3 years ago. And I have a party lifestyle because I'm always doing this event. So they told me, they're like, if you don't quit drinking, which is causing inflammation, you won't see 50. So I had to change my life around. And when you're thinking about being on what are people going to remember about you? What did you do? I was friends with Chadwick Boseman. And no one knew that he was battling cancer. Not even me, not his best friends, not Jamie, not nobody that was in the circle. And he got up and inspired, got up, kick ass, took martial arts, and was dead 4 years later. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be a memory to some people, and he still didn't use that as an excuse. So it's no excuses, y'all.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I am Devin with Young, Bold, and Regal, and I'm here with the beautiful, magnificent Toy Hardy. How are you?
How are you? I am really good, and I'm happy to see you guys again.
Guys, Toy gave an amazing, just some pointers, some gems, some knowledge, testimony. I just wanted to ask, how do you celebrate Women's History every day?
Being a woman by just getting up and being brave enough to be myself in a world that's saying maybe you're not tall enough, short enough, skinny enough, successful enough, pretty enough. So daring to wake up and just be myself and, not taking no for an answer. Women, while we're growing as entrepreneurs, fastest growing as minority-owned businesses right now, we still don't get paid as much as some of our counterparts. So to just have the strength to go out there and earn your seat at the table, it takes a lot. So, women empowerment every day. I'm so proud of the women I met. I'm so proud of the women that are still going. I'm proud of myself. So you guys, stay tuned, and some of the names and the hashtags, follow it so that you're with more like-minded women, and we can help remind each other not to give up and how special we are.
Absolutely, I love that. And I know that our founder loves to ask beautiful women this question, right? So what makes you regal?
What makes me regal? I think what makes us all regal is if we're walking in love. right? When you walk into a room and you inspire people and people are drawn to hug you and ask you how you're doing and you're doing the same and you genuinely care, you genuinely put all of your heart into every project that's associated with you, that comes back, you know, sevenfold. People save room for you. They make room for you when you're walking in love. So that's my advice. Walk in love. And actually, my last name, Hardy, it means bold. Yeah, it means bold. So I am bold. I am regal. I'm Toy Hardy, guys.
1, 2, 3.
Women's History Takeover.
All right, one more time, one more time. One more time, one more time, one more time, one more time.
I think right now in 2022, the best part of being a woman is knowing that the sky is the limit. Things that haven't been done in history, we can keep making history. We can keep creating. We can keep blowing people's minds. Everything we do is a huge statement to other women. So I just love the fact that we can uplift one another in that way and keep making more history. The best part of being a black woman, I would say, knowing that I have a lot of people behind me that really support me because they know the struggle, they know the black struggle, so they want me to strive in more excellence with more ambitions. So I use that as more fuel to just make things better for my people. I think it's a really powerful force being a black woman, and for that I'm really grateful. You have to be a big resource yourself in order to gain more resources. You cannot be out here just seeing other people as straight competition. Competition is great. It's healthy. It keeps us motivated. But you have to work together. And as women, I want us to remember that. We have to look out for one another. We have to build. And I want us to do that so that we can all get to the top together. This doesn't have to be dog eat dog. Go to my Instagram at elizabeth.mcooper. That's ELIZABETH.m Cooper, and you can see my link tree in my bio. All of my music is on there, and you can connect with me there. Knowing my worth makes me regal. I know exactly who I am. I will not compromise that for anyone, and I think that's powerful and strength, and that's regal. As a woman, we carry beauty naturally, but having that power and confidence within yourself makes you a queen. It makes you regal.
What's up, everybody? I am Devin, and I'm here with Young, Bold, and Regal, and I'm here with the beautiful Jean Marie. How are you? Magical. Beautiful. So the first, I love it. Oh my God. So we wanted to ask you, how do you celebrate Women's History every day?
How do I celebrate women's history every day? Definitely by supporting other women, you know, reposting my friends' stuff, buying items and products from their businesses, and definitely just learning and reading about the women that have come before us. So, and just being myself, being genuine, not trying to fit a mold, not trying to be anything that anybody has told me to be, you know, because growing up, they tell you like, oh, you got to be a nurse and you got to work at an office and you got to work a 9 to 5 and people won't respect you unless you wear covered up and you're modest. And no, we're not doing that.
Love it.
We are in control of our destiny. I've never had a dad growing up, so I've never really had anyone to tell me how to dress or how to be or what to do. And so I really just carry that into my life, just being unapologetic and bold and just not giving a fuck.
Love that. You see that? Bold, bold. We love it. So the next question that we wanted to ask was something that you had said earlier on our live when you said that oftentimes people tell you that you're too tall. So a woman like me that's tall, we're the same height. I have on heels, guys. But what do you want other tall women to know to encourage them when people say that to them?
You are beautiful. Wear your heels. I usually do wear heels, but I was at the studio before this, so I didn't get a chance to put them on. But what I will say is, you know, women that are tall, I just think that we have a little extra something, this X factor, and it makes people jealous. And I don't know, they just feel intimidated by us a lot of the time, or like they want to compete, and there is no competition. We're the ones. No, I love everyone, and obviously, like, I just feel like tall women, we have a lot more to carry, you know, a lot more everything to carry, and we do it well. We do it in stride. So my advice is to just love yourself, know that you're beautiful. I remember growing up, I was like every day wishing that I would be just a little bit shorter so I could be like the same height as the guy I liked or something like that. And that was so silly because everybody loves a tall woman. What? They call me Becky the Stallion out here. And I don't blame them, okay? So it doesn't matter. You're tall, you're short, you're big, you're small. It doesn't matter. You just have to really embrace what you have and love yourself and just own it.
We love that. Own it.
Own it.
And we love how you own it. Thank you so much. What's up, everybody? I am Devin with Young, Bold, and Regal, and I'm also here with the beautiful Devin with a Y. How are you?
Hi, guys. I'm doing amazing. This is great. Like, I'm so happy that you guys are here to depict this history right now. Actually, we're creating the future.
Absolutely, and I love that. And so I did want to ask you really quickly, because you said we're making history right now. So can you explain a little bit why we're here?
We're actually here to celebrate Women's History Month amongst some powerful women in entertainment. We're all evolving and elevating to the next level. But I like to see how Kanye said it's Black Future Month last month. I feel like it's Women's Future Month because we're creating the future. We're creating the relationships to be able to ascend to the future in a great way. So I'm excited.
Ooh, I love that. That was so beautiful.
What's up, y'all? It's Devin Kelly, a.k.a. Kelly the Goddess, and we're here with Young, Bold, and Regal, and we just celebrated women on Women's History Month. I'm so pleased that Elizabeth had me to help her spearhead this event. She is a mastermind. She's an amazing artist, and I'm blessed to have her as a friend. Make sure you check me out at Devin Kelly Official on Instagram. That's DEVYNKELLY Official. I love you guys. The best thing about being a woman is the feminine energy that we carry and the power that we have and just our creative forces. And I just want to encourage everybody to use that. Don't be afraid of yourself, girl. You got it.
What's up, everybody? I am Devin with Young, Bold, and Regal, and I am here with the beautiful Mar. Mar, how are you?
I'm doing really well.
We just wanted to ask you a few questions. So the first question we wanted to ask you is, what are we doing here this evening?
Ooh, what we're doing here is something very powerful, very impacting for women all over LA, just anywhere to inspire and support women. Just women helping other women, period, you know? So that's what we're doing here today.
Yes, I love that. Thank you so much. We would like to know, what is the best thing about being a woman?
Ooh. First of all, I got a list. No, I'm just kidding. Being a woman, to me, I feel like we are God's creation, number one. And women here in this world just do so much in so many different ways. And you name it, we could do it. So it's really inspiring to see what women really uphold for this whole world. Like, it's just astonishing to see how we women, you know, do things in this world and make this world a better place.
Absolutely, and we get things done.
Absolutely, get things done.
I love that. Thank you so much. And so the last question we kind of wanted to ask was, how do you celebrate Women's History Month?
I celebrate Women's History Month by supporting and empowering and loving every woman in this industry, in this, just in general in this world. We need that empowerment. We need to support each other. We need to grow. We need to love. And that's what I want to do and will always continue to do in my life as a woman for women in general, not just Women's History Month.
Absolutely. You heard it here first, guys, with Young, Bold, and Regal with the beautiful Mar. Thank you so much.
Very welcome.
No, don't do that. Why are you shaking like that?
Turn into one of those parties.
Oh.